First, we're going to be talking to Sarah and Brian. Check out this video.
Hey Marquee Magazine, it's Sarah Baumler here. Brian, myself, and the whole family are so excited to be on the cover of your next magazine, so stay tuned.
Calm here, but just over the horizon, you don't know what you're in for.
Are we ready to relinquish control here at Cerullimar? Hold on, Baumler! The guest element ups the ante even more.
We could really use a crisis about now. There's only two of us. We can't be everywhere. We have to let go. It's not just our home anymore.
Island of Brian. New episodes return Sunday, June 27th on HGTV. Also available on Stack TV and the Global TV app.
And
oh, I'm so excited. I love these two so much. They have just the best energy. Sarah and Brian. We're just talking about the technology and everything we've had to learn over the last 2 years. But let's talk about the roller coaster you two have been on for the last few years. You went on to this big, massive undertaking in Bahamas. Did you expect this journey to be the way it was?
oh boy.
You really think we would have moved to that island if we expected everything that was going to happen? You know what, to be honest though, and just in keeping in the vein of, the mental health discussion that we're kind of surrounding on tonight, to be honest, I think for all of us, this was something we needed. A lot of people on the island, when they met us, and they told us a lot of times, people would come up and say, this island needed you. And there was a point in the project when we had kind of, settled in, joined the community, met new friends. And when our stress levels came down, my anxiety certainly dropped. And I realized, no, we needed this more than this needed us. And it was a really profound experience, I think.
Sarah, do you agree?
There's like, okay, I'll see you later.
No, you know what? I think Brian and I look back now as well at when we're talking about it and people are saying, why did you do this? And to explain to people that we really just decided to step off that hamster wheel was something that we made in an instant. We really just went with our gut and we talked to the kids and everyone just said, let's take this huge leap of faith. And perhaps we don't all do that enough in our life. Perhaps we get to the routine and we really feel, I feel a lot, the pressure. We, have to get up every morning and be on time to get the kids to school and activities and be successful in many aspects of our business. And this was sort of a chance to just put this opportunity in front of us and say, let's try something completely new and unique to all of us. And let's experience together for the first time. And I think it's changed each one of us, including our kids.
And a big part of it too is like, let's get rid of half of our life savings, right? Like, let's just get rid of it. That was a very, very.
But it was worth it. It was worth it. And the fact that you talked about your kids and yourselves. I mean, what did you learn about yourself through this time? Because Brian, you had to kind of sit back a little bit and kind of reflect the situation. What did you learn about each other at the same time?
Oh boy, I don't know.
We're still in therapy. No.
How long do we have?
I know, but it is time to kind of reflect.
Yeah. I mean, a big thing I learned is, in general, I learned that the more you travel with your kids and your family, the more you experience, the more people you meet from different cultures, the more, the different countries and places and people that you immerse yourself in, the smaller the world begins to feel. And you realize that it doesn't matter where people are, what they look like, what they believe, who they love, how they love, what kind of food they like. They all love their children. They're all trying to take care of their parents. They all want to find something fun to do. They all want to keep the lights on. You realize that people around the world, are the same. We are all, we're all built from the same, material. We're all kind of the same. Things may look a little different. And I think the biggest thing that, I learned on this the past 3 years is that we're not in control. And none of us are getting out of here alive. You're not. And that was one of the reasons that we decided to do this thing. It's like, whether we do it or we don't, the net result in 50 years for any of us, in our late 40s is the same. So you might as well chase those things, do those dreams, have those experiences. And the worst case scenario is, it's going to happen anyway. So the worst case scenario right now at this moment is that, you start over, and that's not so terrible. So I think losing that control and realizing that you're really not in control of anything other than how you react to the situation, I think that's very calming for me. Right? Am I calmer?
You were definitely calmer the last few years.
Yeah, you're kind of the chill vibe. I could feel it.
It scares her how calm I am. Like, things happen. I'm like, what are you going to do?
But I think we also went into this, like a lot of people living in Canada, running our own business, being entrepreneurs. We were constantly sort of on the go, but we were used to having things at our fingertips, or being able to, just go to the store and get something when we needed it. We perhaps took for granted, even when we're designing and building, how easy it is to get products and materials. And all of a sudden that was taken away from us, to the point that, if a boat didn't come in, it could be a week, 2 weeks, or even a month before we had supplies or even milk in the fridge. And we live in such a fast-paced society where everyone's used to an Amazon truck delivering things within 24 hours or they're upset, to an island where you obviously you're just constantly revamping. I can't do this today, but I can focus on this. Yeah. And I think that was a very different perspective for us. And I hope now that we sort of are back from the island for a little bit, that we keep that with us, and so do our children, that you don't always have to have everything the moment you want it. You just have to let things happen.
And the cover, you guys are on the recent cover of Marquee magazine with the whole family, and it's such a beautiful shot of all of you. And I know your kids have been here and there and all over the place. How has the ups and downs been with the kids?
Actually, I think pretty amazing. I think when we talk to a lot of people, and we have, people have watched the kids grow over the course of a few seasons of our show. And we've gone through those times, early teenage years and things like that. But I think this experience as well really grounded our kids. It showed them so much of a different lifestyle and different culture, and they embraced that. And I know we often looked at each other and we would almost take notes from our kids. They would just see another kid on the beach, and that was it. They would run.
There's a kid and they're gone. Like, that was it. There's a kid.
It was just sort of a simpler way of looking at things and looking at life. And I think we perhaps have managed to skirt some of the stressful early teenage years, and our kids are just happy.
I think our kids see the planet is a little bit smaller, because at the end of the day, we could drive from our home in Ontario to the cottage in 4 hours. Well, in 2.5, we can be standing on the beach in the Bahamas. And, 3 days later from that, we could take a boat to somewhere that we could fly to in half an hour. And so their perspectives have really opened as well. And one thing we've realized is kids are kids, whether they are sitting on the beach with no toys, whether they're, in their room on an iPad surrounded by toys, whether they're in Canada, the United States, the Bahamas, whether they're on a yacht, a private jet, commercial travel, no travel at all, they will complain about absolutely everything. So at the end of the day, our kids realize that home is where we are. Home is where, this planet is our home. So no matter where you are, if the people around you, your family, you're connected to your friends, and in the last year with COVID, everybody has connected in a different way. We haven't seen you guys in person for a long time, but we've, connected online. And our kids realize that's where you're home, wherever your internet connection is, or isn't.
Or is it? Man, I feel like I should move to the Bahamas. You're inspiring me to come over now.
Yeah.
You have your license now. Are you a pilot? Is that correct?
Well, I flew today with Sarah. Actually, we flew over to the West Coast to meet with our architect and everything. So yeah, I'm a licensed student pilot right now. I still have my check ride to go through, but yeah, I am. I can fly.
We probably should have done that tomorrow, knowing we had this tonight.
Yeah,
we probably should have put our lives in danger tomorrow.
We made it.
I can see it. Another show about you being a pilot. I mean, are you working on another project? Because you guys are massive in Canada, massive in the US. Your shows, congratulations on all the success. Are you going to be creating another show?
Are we still on TV? We don't watch TV anymore. So we actually, to be honest, we started shooting season 4 of Island of Bryan about a week ago. So yes, we are working on that. We have another format series in the works as well that we're going to be back in Canada next year shooting, and of course back and forth to Florida and Bahamas. And so yes, there's there's more projects coming.
More projects coming. And will you be taking vacation anytime soon?
Life is kind of a vacation, isn't it? Is it? Yeah. We're on vacation now.
Sarah, I'm asking you. Forget Brian.
No, you know what? I have to say, spending so much time on the island, it puts things in a different perspective. Obviously, like I was spoiled. I would get up every morning and walk the beach. And at the end of the day, we would grab a glass of wine and just sit and watch the sunset together. And I was like, I've been spoiled. Like I miss that freedom to be able to do that. So I'm like, I have to keep enjoying those opportunities when they come up and taking advantage of it, because life just happens way too quickly.
And now the hotel is full of, the hotel is rocking and rolling, thank goodness, because it was a very stressful year for everybody. And we're able to relax a little bit now from that. But Sarah did mention something about a girls' weekend with you in New York City.
I'm like, let's go.
Yeah. And Sam, I'll meet Sam in Vegas. We'll go.
Go fishing with Sam. Yeah.
Yes, in Vegas.
But and also like being together a lot, right? Have you learned something new about each other? You still haven't answered that question, because I learned sitting next to Sam when he's chewing, it annoys the hell out of me.
There's nothing annoying about Sarah.
I guess that's a whole nother show when you really just divulge.
What's my safe word? What's my safe word?
No safe word.
We learned
nothing.
Yeah,
I think we did.
I think we learned a lot. We learned where all the buttons, all the buttons that we push. There's new buttons that we didn't even know about. Yeah. And I think experiencing, and a lot of couples, have experienced this pandemic in a different way. And as I'm sure people ask us a lot, how do we balance our life and love and marriage and work and kids and everything? And the truth is there is no balance. There's an extremely fine line between I love you so much and I tried to change the locks while you were at the store. And it's just, there's this
roller coaster.
It's like surfing. There's a constant wave. And if if our marriage is doing well and the kids are happy and the business requires attention, something has to give. We only have 100% to give. And you have to decide where those percentage points go. And sometimes it's the business that needs attention. Sometimes it's the kids. Sometimes it's each other. And it's just a constant rebalancing, reorganizing act. It's in the quest to balance, but you will never get there. Right?
One thing's a party once and then the other thing. So well said, Brian. I can't wait to see both of you. Thanks for joining us today. Congratulations. I love the cover. And yes, I'll see you in New York, Sarah.
See ya.
Okay, I'll call Sam.
Okay.